So, I'm at the bus station. I've got to kill. They're saying their bus isn't going to be till like 11 o'clock at night. So, I mean, there's a lot of hours to kill. Well, this young guy, about 23, buddies up with me. And his name's Peter McCabe. Well, in code, I read Peter BA33. BA33 Peter backwards. I mean, so I knew they attached this guy, and it's going to get good because me and this guy actually talk, and he knows what's going on against me, and he's part of it and all of it. But so to make it, this story could be for really long, really. So much information in between, but I'm trying to keep it short. There's two other guys. There's one that looks like an old veteran wearing an old Vietnam jacket and about the age of a Vietnam vet. But he's got the Star of Satan on his right hand. So I know who he pays his allegiance to. And then there was... I saw this other guy. He had demons. He was crying and stuff, and I tried to go comfort him because I didn't know if people were after him or not because he looked scared. So I tried to go comfort him, but then I realized he was more or less crying for me, but he didn't know that I was the man of Yah. So he was crying for nothing really, but female that had my name on her back shirt. I mean, out of all the middle names in the world, Clarence. My name's Thomas Clarence Stofield. So she's running around in a wheelchair and whatnot with just Clarence on my middle name on the back of her sweatshirt. And me and Peter McCabe been helping her out. Something about a phone. Somebody tried to steal her phone or something. But that don't surprise me in that town. It's, turn your back, you're gonna die. But in the end, I ended up helping her with her bags to her bus and whatnot. So just about 10 o'clock, I would say, the thugs from outside come in, and I see the one guy working there handing out clubs, handing out some really nice looking clothes so they didn't look too thuggish. Yeah, you'll have to look up the meaning of thug. It's a India cult to go around strangling people. But they look like they're gonna go out and kill people and thug up people and take their money and whatever. So the day shift is switching over to night shift. The day shift is, they know exactly who I am because they've been called 3 or 4 times by other people, and so they were all like waving at me as like this was going to be my last time, and they stared at me like all the way out the door as they left. It's like they'd never see me again, So about 11 o'clock we get on the bus, and I'm keeping a watchful eye. I've got I think it was I got about a 6-inch buck knife. That's all I had for protection. I'm ready at all times. And so we get going down the road, and I don't know, it's about 50, 75 miles into the trip. We're in the middle of nowhere. And they're kind of off the beaten path, and like, I've taken, as a younger kid, I took the Greyhound a couple times and whatnot. And they pick up this guy, and the spare bus driver, he's supposed to be an assistant bus driver, comes and tells us that this guy is losing it, that he's saying that the government's after him. Well, I can read the initials on his neck. MKD, Mind Control Delta, the 33 is, I mean, Mind Control Delta was just the same as the Mind Control Ultra. But M times K is 33. That's what I'm getting. And then duh is D, you know, duh. So, duh 33, I mean, he's got it tattooed on his neck. Just a big old white, another KKK looking racist white guy, man. I mean, but this one was a little drugged up. And so he sat in the very back. Well, we get to like the first stop for gas, foods, anybody wanted to stop, have a cigarette. He jumps off and talks to Peter McCabe, the guy that's sitting next to me. And they're out there doing their thing outside. I'm just sitting in on the bus. And they both come in. Peter sits down. The other guy, he leans over Peter and he's got his sunglasses on, and he says, 12 gauge shotty. I knew right from the get. I mean, I knew when the bus driver first said, then I seen his MKD on his neck. I mean, come on. Okay, so the man of Yas reads codes and sees it all. He's in the back of the bus. Now this, I gotta tell you, this whole bus is in on it. They've got the whole bus set up. He's in the back of the bus doing this with the shotgun, like trying to, I guess, really scare me. And you know, to a certain extent, I mean, I was quite nervous at times. I mean, I wouldn't lie about that. I mean, you'd have to be a complete idiot if you said you didn't have a little bit of fear or something, but I always stayed level-headed. I didn't lose it. So they always waited for me to go to the bathroom. That's what the whole thing was, in the bathroom in the back of the bus. So then he could get me in the back of the bus. But I wasn't that stupid, so I wait till we get to train, you know, bus stations and stops and whatnot. Well, here we are in Salt Lake City, and this is really gets funny because this guy is like breathing so hard in the bathroom, like he's about to have a heart attack because he knows he's supposed to kill me. He's a mind control Delta and the 33 mind control robot, I guess, or whatever, Patsy, is about to have a heart attack from breathing so hard. Well, in the craziest turn of things, I end up walking him up to the counter, and he's lost almost all of his tickets. I'm trying to put his tickets together for him. He's trying his ticket destinations for Florida. He's so lost out of it. I end up leaving him with the cashier guy. We're all on the bus. The next thing I know, we all look. He's being hauled off by the cops out the front door, and that was the last I ever saw him. So he never killed me. And he was probably the closest. And I bet the biggest government agent after me at that, probably, well, as far as I know, at least up to that point, the biggest agent. Oh, demon watching me. Forgive me. So, yeah. Oh no, man, I forgot. So the night that I was thinking that he was gonna try to kill me, I looked over at Peter McCabe and I said, "So is this the night? This is the night they're gonna kill me, isn't it?" And he says, "Yes." And I said, man, I don't even get to see my family one more time, huh? And, okay, that's fine. And I got up and I shook the guy's hand and I said, "I appreciate you being honest with me, you know?" And I said, I cannot stand people who judge. And he looks at me and says, I'm not the one that judges. He says, they're the one that judges. So, originally I was supposed to die that night, but God's power over me. I mean, I repented. I guarantee you, in the United States, I'm about as close as anybody's ever gotten to Yah. One person. And then when I backslid and he brought the hand of wrath against me to straighten me up, he straightened me up. So, he kept me, no matter what. They got all the way to Kansas, they followed. Now, granted, once I finally got into Manhattan, they backed off, but they didn't stop watching. They didn't stop following and monitoring. Now, it wasn't quite as wild because they saw that I had a routine, so they knew exactly where I was going to be at all times. But I had no vehicle. I mean, I came here on foot. I got an 81 CJ all jacked up. I had a full-size GMC extra cab. I mean, everything. Weapons. Yah had me stockpiled, but when I backslid on Yah took the hand of his power and slapped me across the face. So, that's alright. I deserved it. But he kept, after I got here to Kansas, he kept him away from me. I slept peacefully at night. No problem. I just wanted to see my daughter again. So I bought this vehicle, and that's $1,500. I mean,